friends, welcome to my channel Safety in Pocket. Today we will study about format of permit to work system. So this is a general format of work permit system in which some points are there, and these are so many important for everyone to know and to fill it up also. So permit to work, name and address of the factory, in which factory we are taking the permit number and date and time of issue, at which time we are issuing the permit, date and time of extension if any, if during the time the work during the given time the work is not finished, if it is extended, then the time and date should be mentioned here. Date and time of validity, up to which time the work permit validates. Date and time of work completion and return of permit, one expected time we have to give here, or we have to mention here, in which the or within which the work will be finished. So the first part of the permit is issue. In the issue, the location of work, in which work the or in which location the work is going to be carried out, work to be done, which type of work we are going to do, hazards involved in that work, what are the hazards involved in that area, precautions necessary, whatever the precautions necessary during that area, that should be provided by the issuing authority. Equipment to be used, whatever equipments are necessary for this work, this should be mentioned here. Procedure to be followed, in which procedure the work will be carried out, that also should be mentioned here. Special instructions if any special instruction will be there, that also should be provided by the issuing authority and should be written here. Prior work done and certificate, before it any work is done or any certificate is available, that also should be given here, or that also should be mentioned. Necessary isolation, cleaning, purging or testing, monitoring is done and reported below with the result. So necessary isolation, if electrical work is going on or any pipeline work is going on, isolation is done or not, cleaning, purging, testing, monitoring, all these operations are done or not. After seeing that, the issuing authority will sign here name and designation of the area, name and designation of the area in charge. The area in charge or who issues the permit, his name and designation should be available or should be mentioned here. His signature, date and time of signature, validity date and time, up to which time the permit is valid, and rectification by safety department. If any rectification is provided by the safety department, it also should be mentioned here. The second part is acceptance. First part got about the issue, who is issuing the the issuing authority fills up this portion of the work permit, and the second part is acceptance. I have read and understood this permit and will carry out the work as per direction stated above. So who accepts the permit, the person under whose direct supervision the work is going to be carried out, he accepts the permit, and he here declares that I have read and understood this permit and will carry out the work as per direction stated above. So his name and designation of work in charge, the in charge of the work's name and designation should be mentioned here, his sign and date and time, and completion or extension required till, up to which time extension if is required, that time should be mentioned, or the expected time of completion of that work. The third part is extension. I have re-examined the situation above and hereby extended this permit to expire at date and time. So in which case extension of permit is necessary? Suppose one expected time is given, but due to some reason it is not finished within that time, then we have to extend the permit. So at the time of extension also, again we have to clean, isolate, purge, test, monitor, every operation we have to do. So I have the declaration will be, I have re-examined the situation above and hereby extend this permit to expire at the date and time in which time it will be finished. Further instruction if any safety instruction he has to provide, he has to mention here. Then the signature, date and time. The last part is completion and cancellation. After the work is completed, one completion certificate and the cancellation of the permit should be done. So, here he has to declare that I certify the work is completed and the plant can be put to its normal operation. So his signature by the person who accepted the permit. So, under whose direct supervision the work was going on, he has to certify that the work is completed successfully and everything is in safe and normal condition. The plant can be put into a normal operation. So, his signature, date and time. And the next part is cancellation. I accept the above plant back into service. The permit is cancelled hereby. A new permit will be required if work is to be done again. So, if the work is going to be carried out again, one new permit will be accepted, and the person who issued the permit, he should accept the permit, accept the plant back to service. His signature, date and time. So, this was all about the format of a general work permit, and the work permit are of various types: hot work permit and vessel entry permit, confined space entry permit, electrical isolation certificate. All these are different work permits, and the contents of that permit will be vary according to the work which we have to carry out. So, there are various types of work permit system used in industry. The format of permit to work may vary depending upon the type of industry, person preparing it and his knowledge. So, in one industry, the hot work permit, some points will be there, but in another industry the points may vary. Same point will be there, but some extra point will be there, and it will be written in some different way. So, the format of permit to work may vary depending upon the type of industry, person preparing it and his knowledge, and also the competent person who is preparing the permit, according to his knowledge also the format may vary. There are different colors of permit which should be available with the respective persons during the permitted work. As example, the white color copy should be available on the logbook, while the yellow color copy should be with the person under whose direct supervision the work is to be done, and the green color copy should be available with the issuing authority. So, according to the color we have to or the work permit should be available with the respective persons during the work for which it is taken. So, let us see an example about the hot work permit. What are the points to be available or should be available in hot work permit? So, first we have to see what is hot work. For welding and cutting, working with open flames or sparks due to grinding, chiseling, etc., or where hot work is dangerous or may cause fire, in that case hot work permit is necessary. So, suppose we are doing any welding work or cutting work or working with some open flame, and in that case if there is hazard of fire and explosion, in that case we need hot work permit. So, important points that should be checked or that should be available in hot work permit are: the area must be free from hazards of fire and explosion. In that area no fire or explosion, fire prone area, hazardous equipment or fire hazardous things should not be available. Test for explosive air mixture or possibility should be carried out. Air test should be carried out in that area. All lines to the vessel shall be blinded or disconnected. Sufficient vent and flame proof lights shall be provided. Fire protection and alarm shall be kept ready. Dangerous work shall not be allowed in that work area. Water facility shall be used to extinguish spark and hot slugs. So, these are the points, or in hot work permit, in the checklist all these points should be available for doing the hot work safely and smoothly. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.